Trisha Paytas has been on YouTube for over 12 years as Blonde Sundoll for MJ. She's had her second channel, Trisha Paytas, for just over 5 years. And she just came out with an ASMR YouTube channel called No Talkie Trish ASMR. She has over 6 million subscribers across all 3 channels, and she has shared 3,464 videos. And in a bunch of those videos, she hasn't been totally truthful. Trisha. If I'm being honest, I don't even know how to start this video. I feel if you're watching this video, you know that Trisha does a lot. She wants attention, any type of clout or PR, and she's admitted to that. And because she wants a lot of attention, she says a lot online. And not all of it is true. Sometimes she may say she is sharing her story, but people are catching her in lies and, you know, exposing her. So, hey there buds, my name is Abby, and today I'm telling you the top 10 times Trisha Paytas lied and got exposed. Now, while we at InformOverload like to bring you the news with a bit of entertainment, please note that none of this is with malicious intent. I found sometimes she went back on her word, and I'm bringing that news to all of you. But that being said, please do not use this as an excuse to spread hate. That being said, stick around to the end of the video for some more comments on your comments and my rough calculation of how much Trisha makes on her Patreon. But for now, let's jump into it. At number 10, dogs don't have brains. So, 6 years ago, Trisha posted a video with the title, "Do dogs even have brains?" And she pondered the question with the fact that dogs can't talk, and then talked about her possible intuition that dogs weren't a creature of God. Questionable. And then in 2015 she had an interview with Business Insider, and then in that interview she admitted to trolling and saying outlandish things on YouTube for clicks. So the 2 examples she gave as trolling videos were dogs don't have brains and I'm voting for Mitt Romney. So she admitted to outright lying or trolling on YouTube, and she thought dumbing herself down would get more views. And well, that video does sit at 4 million views, so maybe there's a little bit of truth to her stretching the truth to get views. I'm just saying. At number 9, lying about her job. Back in 2012, Trisha appeared on America's Got Talent as a rapper. And we're not stopping there at rapper, we will get to that later. While she was speaking quickly off beat to music in the background, rapping, her occupation then turned up on screen, and it said, computer programmer. Are you kidding me? Can you honestly, just kudos to her for keeping a straight face after knowing that was gonna pop up, but can you even imagine her as a computer programmer? I can hear her nails clacking against the keys already. That noise, Anyways, after her abysmal performance, she said right away that she wasn't even a rapper, but that she was really there to meet Howard Stern. But really, Trisha, how are you gonna do Howie like that? Howie Mandel? No? Little props to him? Nothing. Okay, never mind. At number 8, we have lies about Nash. So, in a video, Trish said her ex went from broke to rich and dumped her. Now, the ex she was referring to in that video was Jason Nash. But the thing is, that wasn't the reason Jason dumped her. So, according to what most people are saying, what did happen was she filmed an expose on his entire friend group. And we know this is true. She did multiple videos. And I don't know about you guys, but I wouldn't want anyone I was seeing to talk smack about all of my friends, let alone to the internet. At that point, it's not even talking behind someone's back as much as it's using a megaphone right behind them and shouting, "I don't like your friends." That kind of gives reason to not get back together. But let's move on to number 7, we have pregnancy. In a video from August 2017, she said that she had been pregnant. But then there was a video under a year later with Jeffree Star that she said she wasn't pregnant. Now that one came out in April 2018. In some more recent videos, she talked more about pregnancy again, but that doesn't explain the blip in that timeline. Was she lying to Jeffree Star at that point, or did she just forget that she had possibly been pregnant? Or had she even been pregnant? We don't know.
I found out I was pregnant. I'm being filmed. And I've never been pregnant. I want to.
You've never been pregnant? Oh my god.
But let's move on to number 6. We have her calling Patreon cringy. At the end of the video, as I said, I'll have a rough calculation of how much Trisha makes on Patreon, but we can guess it's not nothing. And then a while back, she called Patreon cringy. This is obviously before she had Patreon. And yeah, sure, maybe her opinions changed, but that's totally valid. But the thing is, she went a complete 180. She went from saying it's cringy to ask for money, and now she sells sexy content as one of her primary forms of income. And that's where it gets hypocritical. At least I would think.
It grossed me out because a lot of YouTubers now with the money's changing and people aren't making money, they're like jumping ship, they're going to Patreon and they donate to me. I'm like, ew, that's like gross. Like that's not why we do it.
I've heard of the Patreon, but
yeah.
I didn't know YouTubers were doing that.
But let's move on to number 5. We have gay baiting. Now, not everyone has the same experience as others when it comes to coming to terms with your sexuality and coming to know yourself more. The issue people see with Trisha when you see the comments on her videos is her history. She is known for trolling YouTube for more clicks and views, so while it's alright to come and share your side of the story, like Trisha saying this, it becomes cheapened when it's seen as a way to make money. Like, just look at her thumbnail for Why I Retired from Being Gay. She's wearing a paper bag on her head. And then also the title, Retiring from Being Gay. At that point, I have no words. At number 4, we have her calling herself a chicken nugget. Now, I'm gonna start saying this starts out just super freaking relatable. She has a video titled I'm a Chicken Nugget from December 2016, and it reminds me of that Vine. I may look like a burnt chicken nugget, but I still love myself. But Trisha, honey, what are you doing? Like, just listen to some of what she was saying. When you feel like a chicken nugget, you feel like not delicious. Well, you feel delicious, but you also feel like fried and fake on the inside. And yes, while that sounds like some fun Rupi Kaur knockoff poetry, this woman isn't a chicken nugget. Because less than a month later, she posts a video with the title, I am not a chicken nugget, in all caps. Like, yes, no duh, Trish. Just what's happening? Are you okay? I wanna know. Please. Okay? Our blonde sundoll M4J, we'll get it someday. But let's move on to number 3. We have her lying about being broke. In the reality house, Trisha got in a bit of a tiff with Dominic DeAngelis over a bed. He said, I want you to have the bed, just give me $300. And it got to the point where she said, no, I don't have $300, I'm broke, I have no money. And you already see where the issue comes in this. So then later, when their fight is escalating, he yells out, your net worth is $2 million. And she corrects him at the same level of yelling and says that her net worth is $25 million, and then adds, I have Patreon. And it almost continues more before she cuts off one of her sentences by covering her mouth when she sees the cameras coming in closer. It sounded like she was about to reveal how much she made on Patreon every month. I wish.
Just give me $300.
I don't have $300. I really don't.
You don't have $300? You don't have $300?
No, I'm broke.
You don't got $300?
Let's move on to number 2, the Nikocado avocado situation. This was covered by the amazing, dazzling Potato Queen back in May, but I'll give you a little bit of a rundown just in case you missed it. Nikocado Avocado on YouTube did a cover of Trisha's song Warrior on the violin, and it took him a lot of time. So Trisha commented on the video that she had loved him for so long, such a long time, such a big fan, and she found his video in her subscriptions. She said, aw, need to get together in person on January 9th, 2017. And then she tweets at him, babe, where do you live? We need to do a collab, my love, ASAP. Your cover brought me to tears. DM me. So at this point, this was the start of the conversation over DMs where he said he would fly to Colombia to see her and meet up. They were talking about next week and he was saying the best flight deal was Tuesday the 17th, 8 days later, and they basically had a timeline down. And the last thing he said is, oh my god, this is legit happening, but it never did. She bailed and then began to talk horribly about him online, implying that he was some sort of stalker, and she had been saying that she never said or implied that he should come out. But Trish, he has the receipts. He has the literal conversations, he was holding them up in that, so that was a huge lie that she was wrapped up in. But let's go on, last but not least, to number 1, lying about making money off her video titled I am transgender. So in an interview with H3H3, Trisha says that she didn't make any money off the video. Her first claim is that YouTube doesn't monetize LGBTQ+ videos, and this is true. More often than not, including LGBTQ+ terms in video titles leads to demonetization. The algorithm flags it as a bad term and the video is done for money-wise. But that doesn't happen all the time. Ethan Klein of H3H3 brings up that he got 2 ads on the video when he watched it, and if you get ads, there was monetization happening. But Trisha insisted that she set it to not be monetized, saying it again and again that she is willing and to show her accounts and everything. So Ethan gets her to download the YouTube Creator app and they see it is monetized. It has the yellow $sign going that says it's kind of iffy but gets money, and at that point the video had made $8,000. So from that video, she earned $8,000 when she said she had demonetized it. Does she just not know where her money is coming from? Or is she playing ignorant? I do not know. But that is the end of the top 10, but talking about money, let's analyze her Patreon. I lurked it, so you don't have to. Let's remember that I calculated how many are paying at each tier with likes, who liked her posts, because that's all I can see without paying for myself because I don't want to. I'm choosing to assume that people don't like every post. So with that in mind, know that my final number will be a rough number and probably on the low end. So at the $50 range, there were at least 18 patrons, which equals $900, and then at the $10 range, about 31, so $310, and then at the $5 range, about 70, so $350. These are all low numbers, remember that. And then the remaining number of patrons was 2,513, so that's the rest of the amount at the $1 patron level. Altogether, that is $4,073 per month, bare minimum. And my desk buddy says it's probably more like $20,000 per month. but I want to know what you think. But before you dip down to the comments, let's see some comments from influencer Photoshop fails that I will respond to. So Joyce Caswell gave 3 laughing emojis to Thicky Elf with a snatched face, which is what I call James Charles, and yes, I stand by that. Did you see his little pose with the... Yes, he over photoshopped it and he did look like a Thicky Elf. What can I say? Now let's see Michelle Carter. She said, the way I avoid photoshopping. I don't post pics of myself. And yeah, you know, that is a way to do it. Just stay mysterious, just a little bit. Lastly, Debbie Doll said, the ad before this was literally the Photoshop ad, OML. And I knew it. YouTube can be so meta sometimes, they know exactly what they're doing. They're just gonna be like, oh, this says Photoshop in it. Here's Photoshop. Waha! But that's the end of the video, so now, my dancing queens, make sure to comment down below so I can chat with you some more, like, subscribe, and ring that bell to get notified for all of our videos. My name is Abby, and until next time, don't go lying, or don't get caught. Bye! Don't make fun of my wobble. Okay. Got phlegm. Like cat phlegm. Crack-a-lackin'. Okay, no, it's fine. Okay. And we have links. Links. We are behind. Wait, I'm gonna redo the whole thing. This needs to be perfect. So we're talking about a chicken. Yeah, you got to. Yeah, remember to bleep that. Okay.